Hey Money Movers, welcome back to Millennial Money Moves with Nadia. Before we get started today, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Thank you guys so much for all of your support, and clicking those little buttons really goes a long way, so I truly appreciate it. So thank you again. But today, I'm going to be talking about a new stock that I found. Well, it's not a new stock, but it's a stock that I just discovered recently. So let's get started.
So Nadia, what's up?
We making money moves.
Who making money moves?
We making money moves.
You making money moves?
We making money moves.
We making money moves.
We making money.
Whether you're familiar with stocks or not, I'm sure you have heard of Warren Buffett. He's one of the richest people in the world. I believe his net worth is about 116 billion. Don't quote me on that number exactly, but he is a billionaire. And so that got me thinking, okay, well, what are these billionaires trading? What are they involved in? And I discovered that he is the CEO of Berkshire Holdings. Now there's Berkshire Holdings A and there's Berkshire Holdings B. And Berkshire Holdings A, obviously a great investment, but it's very expensive to invest into it. And I think that Berkshire Holdings B is much more realistic and more people can invest in it. That's actually the reason why Berkshire Holdings B was created. Their ticker symbol is BRK. It might be like a dot B, but it's BRKB. And again, I want to stress that it's B, not A, that I'm talking about. But the history of A is that he never wanted to do a stock split because he is very big on long-term holding. But he did want to give more people an opportunity to invest in Berkshire Holdings. So that's where Berkshire Holdings B originated from. It's a holding company. So what that means is they don't sell or produce any goods. What they do is they have shares of other companies, and it plays a big role in, I believe, how those companies are doing. So it's a holdings company, and he has Apple, Bank of America, Kraft Heinz, and many other companies that I know you guys have heard of. And historically, this has outperformed the S&P 500 since, I want to say, like the 1960s. So it's just awesome to see something that is historically doing so well. And when I saw this, I thought, okay, I have to invest into it. So I looked into it. If you're looking to hear more statistics about it, the current value of the stock is over the book value, which is a really good thing. And there's a 32% profit margin. They have 149.2 billion. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here if you see me glancing over. They have $149.2 billion in cash, which is actually only a little bit more than Warren Buffett is worth himself. But that is a lot of money. It's hard for me to even conceptualize what $1 billion is. That's just so much money. But besides the point, analysts are rating this a buy right now. Now their price target is $337, and their current price is $320. So because it's not a huge upside for right now, I'm not buying too much of this, but I do believe that it is a good play. I wish I had gotten in this one back in January. So I did add some of this yesterday. If you guys follow me on Instagram, Money Moves with Nadia, I posted about it there. And that's when I had bought some of it. I am dollar cost averaging my way in because, like I said, it's at such a high price right now. Back in January, I think it was still like $290. And if I had gotten it then, I would have bought a lot more of it. But this is one that I plan to keep in my long-term portfolio. So if anything, I'll have it for a long time because I think that's the whole idea with Berkshire Holdings. One of my favorite quotes from Warren Buffett is, if you aren't willing to own a stock for 10 years, you shouldn't even think about buying it for 10 minutes. And obviously I think that's extreme, but it just goes to show how big he is in long-term holdings. And I think that it's really important too. And it's the key to being a smart investor, because when you hold things for the long term, it's allowing that time. Yeah, we saw with tech and with EV. Remember when Tesla was bad, but it came back and it was better than ever. So I think that's a very important concept when it comes to investing in long term. And my next video should be about Roth IRAs because I want to talk about that, because I think that's also key for long term. I don't want to get into too many details about that now, but what I will say about Roth IRAs is that you don't just put money into it, but you need to allocate the funds. So what that means is, yeah, you might be putting, hundreds or thousands into your Roth IRA account, but if you aren't selecting, the stocks that you want to put it in or wherever you want to allocate those funds, then it's not actually growing at that compounded rate. That money is just kind of sitting there because you haven't told it where to go. And I think that's a big concept that a lot of people miss, and they don't know, and they'll think their money's growing, but it's not, because it's not actually invested into anything. So I hope that makes sense. But BRKB, Berkshire Holdings, I think this is a great stock. And I know it can be scary, when I start talking about individual stocks, but like I said, this one has outperformed the S&P 500 for years historically. Not always by a lot, but it's still outperforming it. And you guys know I'm a big fan of SPY. It's a good ETF that tracks the S&P 500. And like I said, with it being scary when I talk about individual stocks, I think it's good to have a balance of some safer investments. And Berkshire Holdings Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated, I believe, is a great investment. If I said Berkshire Holdings earlier, I meant Berkshire Hathaway. It's a holdings company, and I think I just mixed my H's up, so forgive me. But anyways, BRKB is a great investment, and I think it's one of the ones that are on the safer side, because it's not just one stock, it's not just one company. Berkshire Hathaway is made up of a bunch of different stocks that they have shares in. And I think right now Kraft Heinz is the biggest portion of their holdings company, and previously it was Apple. And I will say he has great stock picks, and the people on his team are great. But if there's anything you guys are struggling with as far as just kind of understanding what to put in your portfolio or when to sell or things like that, please let me know in the comment section below. Again, I make videos more regularly on TikTok, and I post a lot on Instagram when I find a stock pick, because it's easier to just, if I want to buy something right now, I'll say, hey, go check out this stock, and you can see it in real time, versus these YouTube videos. It takes a lot longer to set up and film and kind of get into what I want to share with you guys. But again, BRKB, make sure you're allocating the funds in your Roth IRA if you have one. And I haven't made any other moves in the market other than just kind of, like I said, playing it safe, because it has been crazy with the Fed messing with interest rates due to inflation being crazy. And I talked about that in my last video. If you haven't seen my last video, go and check that out, because I gave another stock pick over there as well. And that's all I have for you guys today. Please stay safe. If you're in Chicago, it's super, super icy. I've seen many people fall. Send prayers that I'm not one of them. But that's all I have for you guys today. Again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Let me know what we're thinking of my new desk setup I have over here. I think this is the best area in my apartment for me to film, so you can probably get used to this one. Again, thank you guys for watching. I really, really couldn't have done it without you. I will be doing a event in Chicago soon. I'll let you guys know once I have the date, where, when. I'll be talking about it on my channel. And so I'm just so excited, because I'm going to be speaking about cryptocurrency, NFTs, and all things stocks. So if you have questions, you will be able to bring them to me. Next video, I should have a date and more details on that. So stay tuned for little exciting things like that I've been working on. But I'll talk to you guys later. And remember, we're making money moves. Bye.